Today I was planning on working on my Datsun and getting after the body work on this and doing some, finish up the tool repairs I have to do, and then really get to, getting the body work done, getting it, completely stripped so I can start really doing the body work. But yesterday I was waxing my Alpha and I found some little pinholes, and so I cut the pinholes out, and now I got another rust repair I got to do. So I'm going to make this video about doing that rust repair. So there'll be more to follow. So there's some rust behind where I cut out the pinhole rust at. I used my Dremel tool to cut it out with, which worked really perfect. Actually, worked really good. And so I'm gonna just cover it up with some POR. I just put tape on the top of the can, put a hole in it, and it works really good for me. I mean, I've had paint last a really long time doing just this simple way of doing it. So I'll just get some pour paint on that. And then just cover up the, try and get the rust. Just cover up the rust that developed over time. And this will protect, obviously, this will seal the rust and protect it. And there. So not a big deal, but just a simple little step you can take to protect the metal behind where you're going to do the rust repair. So I've cut the right piece metal. I've got the right gauge. It's like 22 gauge or something like that. And so my plan is to slip this inside underneath this. And I don't have two hands. I only have two hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit this piece underneath that and then weld it in place. So that's my plan for this panel fix. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken my screwdriver and I've got this panel now in place. And it's not a bad fit. I kind of pried up these edges a little bit. I was prying it this way and prying it that way to get it. But now it covers the entire hole. And so I'm going to take a hammer and just kind of hammer these edges down. So they kind of lock that metal in place, and then I'll come back and I'll weld it. But now I know it's not going to go anywhere. It's lower than the rest of my other body work around it. And it should be a good little solid panel in there to cover that up. Okay, so obviously I've welded my piece in place. And I ground down the welds, and now it's flush with the other body work. Actually, it's a little lower than the other body work. I have a little high spot there, but it's generally lower than the rest of the body work. And so what I'll do is I'll paint that with POR, and then I'll put filler on it and paint it over, and we should be good to go. And here it is with just the POR paint on it. So I'll let that dry for a couple days or a day, and then I should be able to put some Bondo over it and then finish it off.